That's the game. I hope you all enjoyed it. Worksite stories.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys. I want to talk about your work sites today. Did everybody have a good day at the work site? I want to talk about some different ways that you may have seen like God working like in you or in what you were doing or in your homeowner or however it is that you've seen God working at the work site. I got you first though. First I'm going to talk a little bit about how I seen God at the work site. I've seen God a lot today at the work site, so I'm going to kind of just pick one, and I'm sure some other people will share too. But I got a chance to talk to Charles, the homeowner that we're working for. This guy lives, for those of you who haven't seen this place, this guy lives in a plywood shack that was built like it was nailed to some tree stumps, and those tree stumps are the foundation of his house. And literally dirt poor. The floors inside the house are just bare wood that's really old and it's rotting, and the sides of the house are rotting and falling apart. And you can tell over the years he just put different pieces of wood up over top to patch different spots. And I've never seen anybody in America live like this. And I got a chance to talk to him today, and he was telling me about how when Habitat for Humanity came out and took pictures of his house and then left, how discouraged he felt, and he was sure that no one would ever come back. And then 3 weeks or a month later, we showed up and introduced ourselves and said we wanted to help him. We wanted to fix up his house and make it so it wouldn't fall in on him. And I could see the emotion in his face when he shared with me how much what we were doing touched him. And so, Jesus said that if we give somebody a cup of cold water in his name, that we have done it for him. So, I saw Jesus in Charles today when I was talking to him. So, did any of you see God on the worksite today? I'll start with you.
No one got hurt.
Anyone else?
So it started to rain, and we started to share our testimonies, and we just got in a big circle, and everybody went around. They were saying what happened to them or whatever, and the homeowners were sharing their stories. It was fun.
Who else?
So our homeowner is the one with pancreatic cancer. So she has a biopsy on Thursday, and they've hooked her up to oxygen, and she's not really able to go out and talk to us much. But when we pulled up, she was getting out of her car. I guess she had an appointment or something that she was coming back from. But we were able to see her and talk to her for a little while, which is really great since she's not doing so well.
Awesome. Thank you.
We're working on a roofing project at our house, and there are quite a few people on our team who are afraid of heights, and a lot of them overcame their fears today and got up on the roof. Hi everyone. Okay, so how I saw God today was we worked all day, and then as soon as we were about to leave, the homeowner and her dad came out to us. And he bought us popsicles earlier, and he had more. And he said that there was nothing that he could say or do that ever amount to how much it meant to him and his daughter that we came out to help him. So he gave us popsicles, and that was plenty for me. That was really awesome of him to just give everything he had and to love on us, even though he didn't even know us. So that was cool.
Well, I was also working on the house with Tessie, building the deck, and she, like Tessie said, she has a biopsy on Thursday, and so we need to be finished with the deck by Wednesday so we can get out of there. And it looked like it was going to rain today, and so we were like, oh my much like we're not going to be able to finish this. But we all had faith and we prayed that it wasn't going to rain, and we just pushed through. And there was a few drops, but we ended up, staying on schedule, so we should be done by tomorrow.
Awesome. You can get tired.
Well, I was on the same side as them, and there's like these two little boards that it was not going. It took us like 45 minutes to nail them in, and my patience was running dry, and I was like, I prayed to him, and I was like, I cannot do this, like, what is going on? I can't do it. And then, boom, like, we all had this good idea, and it all worked. Then we had lunch, and the sun went out, and it was great.
We got two things real quick. The first thing was the weather too. I'm a radar watcher, or I watch the weather all the time. It's kind of nerdy to me, but it's kind of my thing. And just watching the weather on the radar and seeing how it was heading straight forward pretty much all the locations, and it just split. And I've never seen such a strong front just split around and just completely go around something. And also on the way back there was a sign that was free snow cones, and so we stopped and pulled over as a church group, and we told them, we're doing some mission work too. We're planning on giving them donations. They would accept donations. They said that it was a chance for them to serve us. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. Keep your hands up. I just want to say something real quick. I love what you said about how God, He can control the weather. And just to piggyback off what the young man in front said, at our worksite, it was literally like the rain came in, and we packed up all our tools, and we started sharing testimonies with each other, and then the sky cleared up, and we were like, okay, it's time to go back to work. And as soon as we started working, the rain came again, and we were like, wait a minute, I think God wanted us to finish sharing testimonies. And like, it was awesome to see the kids like open up and talk about some of the struggles that they're facing, and that they've never shared with anybody before. And like, it got really real, and it was really awesome. So I feel like God, He was totally controlling that storm today, to get us into His will. It was awesome. Benny?
While we're sharing testimonies, we have a homeowner, and then there's someone else living with him. It's his friend, I guess. And so after the rain cleared up, she was just talking to me, and she was like, I really felt a tug to share my testimony, but I just didn't follow through with it, and I felt my heart beating really fast, and I got really nervous. And I told her, like, when you feel that tug, that's when you should really be pushing to share it, because that's the devil, like, trying to stop you. And then right then, she just shared everything that was just going on with her, and I felt so privileged to get to just hear her story, and just all the hope or all the fear that she had, and the fact that we're just there. She was just so hopeful, and we prayed, and it was just really amazing.
Hi. So today on our worksite, we have a guy, his name's Roy, and he's super cool. And today I was talking to him, I was like, oh Rick, like, are you so excited? Your house is gonna look great. And he's like, yeah, and the most genuine smile, and just such excitement. He's like, the best part is I get to meet all these fantastic people. And then a little bit later, I go inside to go to the bathroom, and one of my girls, I think it was Emily, was inside. And she was just kind of sitting and talking with them, and she kind of like looks at me like, oh, am I cool to be in here instead of working? And she's like, yeah, girl. And then so I guess I'm just kind of sharing this just to like explain that what you're doing on the houses is awesome. It's such a blessing to the people, but the most important thing that you guys are doing is you're having fellowship, and you're having conversations, and you're just getting to share your faith, and you're getting to just get to know these homeowners in ways that like they don't usually get to have 20 kids just hanging out at their house and playing soccer outside and getting to talk to them. So just keep in mind on your work site, don't be afraid to go up to them, give them a hug, and ask them about the house, ask them about themselves, and just keep in mind that that's where you're blessing the most, is just giving them that conversation, giving them that fellowship through Christ.
Amen. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, the work we're doing is important, but the work God's doing in them is more important. Thanks, Julie.
I personally don't really like kids that much, but I'm at the site with two of these little girls, and I don't really like how I am around them, because like the mom will come down to me, and I don't like showing that. I really liked hanging out with these little girls, and they came out and played with us the whole time. And while other people were working, two of us were like keeping them away from the work and like trying to entertain them. And they're really, really adorable and stuff like that. And so I just kind of wanted to share that. I got to know the children.
You feel like God might be growing you somewhat in that area?
Yeah, I guess, kind of, yeah.
Awesome. You want to pass this?
Today at the worksite, I don't know why, but I just like suddenly got in a really bad mood, and I was kind of just sitting on the bench on the porch, just kind of like looking upset and everything. And then, Ben came over and started talking to me, and then Jules came in and she started talking to me too, and it was just really cool to be able to sit there and just talk to both of them, and just like I've never ever been able to just sit down and talk to someone that I've literally like just met and just pour out everything and really like have that emotional connection with them, and just it made me feel a lot better about myself. It made me feel a lot more, just I don't know, just like really good inside. And it was like I could see God in Jules the way she and it wasn't just me that she was doing that too. She was sitting down with everyone and talking with them, and it was just really cool. So yeah.
Alright, I see you throwing in. This is really hard for me, but I can only take one of you, and you're closest, so. But those of you who didn't get to share, please come and tell us about it later, okay? Alright?
Okay, so yesterday we had the fabulous Louie with us, and he was teaching us, just how to do the roofing and everything. And today, unfortunately, he was not able to be at the same work site. And so today, our fabulous team and AT got to kind of do some stuff on our own, just what we learned. So that was really cool that we were able to use that you had so graciously taught us to do it a little bit more on our own.
Alright, I'm going to pray, and the worship team's going to come up, and we're going to sing to God. How about that? Father God, I just want to thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to serve you by serving each other and serving these people who you've led us to do this work around their house. I thank you for revealing to us that we need not just pay attention to the checklist of things that need to be done, but we pay attention to the spiritual lives of the people that where we're working and those who we're working with. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've been doing. I pray that we would continue to be attentive to what you are calling us to do and hearing you each day as you steadily lead us down this path that you have laid. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
All right, you can stand up, guys.